If you want to take Christmassy photos of your dogs outside, there are some simple tips and tricks that you can be using to get those beautiful Christmassy vibe photos. Now, I'm a professional photographer of 2 decades, and this is for beginners to people who are experts. We're just helping you document your dog's life as we are dropping these videos for you. And we want to talk about Christmas because the holidays are coming up and we love a good Christmas dog photo. So the very first thing that I have for you tip-wise is to head outside and put your dog in something red. Red is always going to scream Christmas, especially if you have kind of Christmassy backgrounds. Most people are not going to have green tropically type things, but even if you do, having a red coat on your dog is going to lean itself toward that Christmas vibe. And if you put some white fur around it, if your dog is not like a little white fluff ball like my dog, that's going to be even more Christmassy. So you can take just like a pom-pom ball and attach it to it. You can kind of line it with fake fur that you can get from a craft store, whatever you want, or you can just go with the red jacket. Ember, because she is very white, very fluffy, I just put this red jacket on her and all of a sudden she looks like Santa Claus, right? So anything red is going to work to your benefit. This can be a hat, this can be a jacket, this can be a sweater, this can be some other type of accessory. You can even go with a red collar. You can go with a red collar and put a jingle bell on it. Think Christmas themed. What would you do if you were going to create photos that were Christmas inspired? Think of those things that are related to Christmas. Bows, jingle bells, reindeer antlers, if we really want to get like that kind of photo, or if you just want to get, we're outside, we're playing, it's Christmas time, put them in the red jackets, put them in the red sweaters, anything red. Red is going to be Christmassy, and then if you can line it with white fur in any way, shape, or form, that screams Christmassy colors. Now, you also want to lean into scarves. Scarves are going to be great Christmassy type things. Anything that's green is also going to kind of vibe Christmas as well. Typically, you're going to see red more as the signature color of Christmas, but green also works. You can even mix things up if you want to really like lean into the Christmas vibes. Go red and green. You can do a lot with that, but we don't want to overload your dog with props. So for the most part, as you're taking these Christmassy photos, you want to think, what's a little more on the natural side? So yes, you can put the reindeer antlers on your dog and that'll be Christmas, but that's a little less timeless, a little less elegant, a little less classic. And so we're leaning more into the classic vibe. So you can do it either way, whatever works best for you. We have a whole series on how you can be doing puppy Christmas cards. There's 25 days of them, and that's part of it, doing the fun reindeer antlers and the fun sweaters and like the whole spectrum of it. We've got it covered over there for you. But this is just to kind of level up the photos that you're doing every day of your dog as we're documenting their life. So red coats, red sweaters are going to be really helpful. You can go with hats. You can put a hat on your dog. You can put a scarf on your dog, things that you would naturally put on your dog. We don't necessarily want to go out of our way to put things on our dog for these photos. You can. If you have an idea in your head, by all means, go for it. Go watch the 25 Days of Puppy Christmas Card Ideas. I think you're really going to like it. But you also want to make sure that on your social media feeds, as you're showing your friends and family, this is a little more of like everyday life. This is just a slice of our dog and dog parent life. This is just how we are and who we are and what we do and how we do things. And I got these really cute Christmassy vibe pictures outside. Now you can also look at the world around you. Pay attention to your background. Pay attention to what you've got going on here, because for Christmassy type things, we're not looking for green grass. We're not looking for trees with leaves on them. We are looking for pine trees. We are looking for epic skies. We are looking for either really dark tone or really light tone backgrounds. So you're gonna be looking for like early morning photos are really good for Christmas photos, because you'll get the golden sky. You will get the sunrises. You'll get the oranges. That's gonna look beautiful. It's also gonna darken those trees down behind your dog to really focus on the dog. One other thing that I love though is if you have a foggy morning, if it has just rained and the fog is out, get outside and put something red on. The way that red pops with a foggy background is exceptional and elite and will look so good in your photos. You also, if you have snow in your area anything with snow is going to work to your benefit. So make sure you're showing the snow on the ground if there's snow falling down. If you want to use a snow overlay because it's not snowing where you are, we have them in the 25 Days of Puppy Christmas card ideas. Go watch the episode with the snow overlay. I literally hand you information on snow overlays and brushes that you can brush snow on and all of those things inside of that episode. And you are just looking for dark tone backgrounds or like a white based background, very light. We're avoiding things like bright greens. That means the grass, that means the trees, that means the whatever. Avoid bright greens, avoid neon colors. Look for more of those darker and more of those natural light colors for your backgrounds, and then focus on your dog. Pay attention to the props that you're using in terms of coats and sweaters. Do things that are more on the Christmassy side. I do recommend for most, but not all, of this to go with solid colors because it's going to pop a little bit more and it looks more natural. And you can also use those later in the winter season as well if it's not super Christmassy. But if you've got like a very Christmassy design for something, by all means do that. Just be aware that anything that they're wearing, if that's busy, the background should not be as busy. If you've got a busy background, if you've got a lot of trees and a lot of things going on, more neutral for the colors will make them pop a lot better, and that will help the eye to focus on that and not be looking all over to get all the information. So if you look at this image, she's up close, she's bright, she's fluffy, we've got that pop of color here, so you can take in all this information, but you're focused on the dog. If you've got a lot going on in a lot of places, people aren't going to know where to look, and they're going to be looking everywhere instead of at the subject like you want. So for this, we're leaning into reds, coats, jackets, sweaters. We are leaning into hats and scarves and those neutrally backgrounds, either in the dark vibes here, or you're going for those lighter vibes and kind of just whiting everything out in the background. It's going to look really pretty. And if you add that snow overlay, especially with the fog, elite with the fog, you have the opportunity to really bring in those wintry Christmassy elements. And then of course, if you want to have fun with it, take the reindeer antlers out. You can get your turnaround, instead of facing the cool background, face your house if you have it decorated with your Christmas lights up, with the garland over your door. You can lean into those things as well. You don't have to just have the pretty outdoorsiness. If you're outside taking photos, you can turn it around and face your house, which also gives it a really cute, nostalgic vibe that you can look back and think, oh, it's our house. It's part of our family. It's part of our life together. That's a really special moment. If you're going to be putting that on social media, be mindful that your house number is not shown. Photoshop that out if you need to. And limit what they can see of your house, because just for safety reasons, we don't want somebody to be able to identify your house. So close-ups of the house. You can also use Christmas lights. You can kind of see I have a fence back here for my fenced-in front yard. We've put Christmas lights up recently, and that just looks so pretty when the Christmas lights start twinkling. So if you do it early in the morning or later in the evening, you can get those really pretty photos with the Christmas lights in the background. So there's lots of ways that you can bring out the Christmassy side of things. You can also take props outside if you want. If you have like toys that are Christmassy, little gingerbread man or pup cups or whatever it happens to be, take them all out. Do the whole fun, fabulous, wonderful thing. And if that is your vibe, some of the episodes in the 25 Days of Puppy Christmas will definitely be for you. Some of them are a bit more on the classic side, so there's lots of options there. But these are really good ways to just kind of get some Christmassy vibes, especially for your social media, as we're leading up through December to the big Christmas day. We will see you in the upcoming episodes as we continue to help you document your dog's life from start to finish, so that you have all the memories. You can share them on social media, you can share them with your friends and family, but you have them for you. And we'll see you in the upcoming episodes.